North Korea has 25 million people. One family has ruled them for 3 generations. No civil war, no coup, no mob storming a palace gate. Compare that to almost anywhere else. Kings get executed, dictators get dragged through the streets, regimes fall. North Korea just doesn't. Not because North Koreans love their rulers, because the system was built, on purpose, so rebellion never becomes possible in the first place. Reason 1. Nobody can trust anybody. Every neighborhood is split into blocks of 20 to 40 households, each one watched by an appointed informant, usually a middle-aged woman whose entire job is knowing who visited whom, who stayed over, who looked bored during yesterday's lecture. She reports twice a day, and just to be safe, the state plants a second, secret informant to watch her too. Even the spy has a spy. North Korea invented middle management for surveillance. One careless joke can send you to a labor camp, along with your parents and your children. 3 generations, 1 sentence. So nobody says anything real to anyone. Not a spouse, not a childhood friend. Defectors say the same thing again and again. They never had a single person they could safely tell the truth to. You can't organize a rebellion when you can't even trust the person next to you not to report you first. And it's not just informants. People are regularly pushed into self-criticism sessions, group meetings where you confess your own ideological failings, then call out someone else's. Fail to confess, you're suspicious. Fail to accuse a neighbor, you're complicit. There's no safe answer. Even children get trained into this, encouraged to report classmates who hum the wrong song or skip a slogan. By the time a person is an adult, distrust isn't a habit, it's instinct. Reason 2. There's no history to draw from. Ask a South Korean about protest movements and they'll name several. Ask a North Korean and there's nothing. No folk memory of an uprising that worked. 500 years of dynastic obedience, then Japanese occupation, then a Soviet-installed dictatorship. At no point did ordinary Koreans in the North ever organize and win. No churches, no unions, no student groups. Every organization that exists is a branch of the same party. The only thing North Koreans have ever practiced collectively is marching in formation to praise the leader, never against him. On top of that, everyone is sorted at birth into a loyalty caste called Songbun, based on what your grandparents did decades ago. The hostile tier gets watched hardest and kept poorest, exactly the people who might want change, with the least room to act on it. The loyal tier gets slightly better food and housing, and just enough to lose if they step out of line. The people angry enough to rebel have no power. The people with power have too much to lose. Reason 3. The outside world barely exists to them. No internet, no foreign media. Radios are physically fixed to state frequencies. From childhood, they're taught that South Korea is a starving colony and the rest of the world is worse. Some information does leak in now. Smuggled dramas, Chinese phones near the border. Watch a K-pop video or a Hollywood film, and you start to suspect that South Korea isn't actually the starving hellscape you were promised. The regime knows this, which is why it deploys special units just to hunt down foreign USB drives, and why students get sent to re-education over a hummed melody. But here's the catch. When someone does figure out the outside world is better, they don't organize a movement. They defect. Alone. Because telling anyone else is a death sentence for the whole family. Turns out the safest revolutionary act in North Korea is just leaving quietly. Reason 4. This isn't just fear, it's worship. Kim Il-sung is still, officially, the president, 20 years after he died. Kids are taught the Kims can control weather, that Kim Jong-il wrote over 1,000 books and shot a round of golf with 5 holes in 1 on his first try. Tiger Woods spent a career chasing that. Kim Jong-il apparently did it on a Tuesday. Absurd, but it works. When the leader is sold as a father, a god, and a general all at once, defying him isn't just illegal, it's blasphemy. And people don't rebel against blasphemy. They just carry it quietly, the way you'd carry grief. When Kim Jong-il died in 2011, state footage showed crowds collapsing in grief in the snow. Some of that was performance. Looking devastated was the safe move. But a lot of it was real. If you're raised to believe the leader is your father, losing him feels like losing one, even while he's the reason you're hungry. Reason 5, and maybe the simplest: hunger. In the famine of the 1990s, hundreds of thousands, by some estimates over 1 million, starved to death. Today, the UN still estimates close to half the country doesn't get enough to eat. Starving people don't organize committees. Since the famine, much of the population has survived through black markets, bartering, smuggling, selling homemade goods, all technically illegal, but tolerated because the state can't feed everyone anyway. Spend 12 hours hustling for rice, then stand in line for hours more to collect a state ration that might not even show up. There's no time left in that day for politics. The regime learned that a hungry population is not a dangerous population. It's an exhausted one. Food became a leash. Loyalty gets you rations, disloyalty gets you nothing, and either way, you're too depleted to plot anything at all. Put it together, and the picture isn't complicated. Trust is gone. History offers no example. The outside world is a rumor. The leader is treated as divine, and the population is too hungry to fight. It's not that North Koreans are uniquely obedient people. It's that every ingredient a revolution needs was identified, decades ago, and removed on purpose. Elsewhere, hunger sparked revolt. Here, it broke the will to organize. Elsewhere, isolation created a shared secret to unite around. Here, it left people alone with doubts they couldn't voice to anyone. Every lever that's supposed to move a population toward rebellion was quietly rewired to do the opposite. No regime lasts forever, but this one didn't survive by being strong. It survived by making sure nothing could ever start.